What if I told you that your cat might hold the key to curing human cancer? Not as a metaphor, not as a thought experiment, but because scientists just discovered, after studying the genes of nearly 500 domestic cats, that feline tumors and human cancers share the same molecular drivers, the same genes, the same mutations, the same chaos. And that changes everything. For decades, cancer research has been almost exclusively human-centered. We test drugs on mice in labs. We sequence human genomes. We run clinical trials. But here's the problem. Lab mice are bred to develop cancer artificially. Their tumors don't behave the way ours do. Cats are different. Your cat, the one sitting on your couch right now, develops cancer the same way you do, spontaneously, naturally, without intervention. Their environment mirrors ours. They sleep in our homes, breathe our air, absorb secondhand chemicals. They age. They get sick. So a team of researchers did something bold. They sequenced the complete genomes of 489 domestic cats with cancer, and then they compared those genomes to the largest human cancer databases in the world. What they found was not expected. Part A, the discovery. When researchers mapped the cat cancer genomes, they found striking overlaps with three major human cancer types. Feline mammary tumors, genetically almost identical to human triple-negative breast cancer. Same HER2 amplifications, same TP53 mutations. This is one of the most aggressive, hardest to treat cancers in humans. Feline lymphoma, overlapping mutation signatures with human non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, one of the most common blood cancers. Feline oral squamous cell carcinoma, nearly indistinguishable at the genomic level from human head and neck cancers. This isn't a rough similarity. This is a near-exact match in molecular fingerprints. Part B, why this is revolutionary. Here's why oncologists are paying attention. If a human cancer drug targets a specific mutated gene, and that same gene is mutated in a cat's tumor, then the drug might work in cats too. And vice versa. If a veterinary treatment shows unexpected success against feline mammary tumors, that data could fast-track human clinical trials. This is called comparative oncology, the science of studying cancer across species to unlock cures for all of them. The twist. Deep layer. Part A. Why are we so similar? You might be wondering, why would a cat and a human share cancer genes at all? The answer goes back 90 million years. Cats and humans share a common ancestor, a small, shrew-like mammal that lived when dinosaurs still walked the earth. And despite everything that's changed since then, our genomes are approximately 90% similar. The genes that drive cancer, the ones that control cell growth, DNA repair, and program cell death, are ancient. They existed long before humans or cats did. Evolution kept them because they're essential to life. Cancer isn't a flaw in our design. It's a consequence of how life itself is built. And that means the battle against cancer isn't just a human fight. It's a mammalian one. Part B, the emotional reframe. Here's the thing that gets me. Every time you take your cat to the vet, every time a veterinary oncologist sequences a feline tumor, every time a cat with cancer receives treatment, data is being generated. Data that researchers can now use to better understand human cancer. Your pet isn't just a companion. Without knowing it, they're contributing to one of the most important scientific missions in human history. The future of comparative oncology. Comparative oncology is not a new idea, but it's finally getting the resources it deserves. Several research institutions, including teams at the National Cancer Institute, are now actively running joint human-animal cancer trials. Drugs developed for dogs with bone cancer have already informed treatments for pediatric osteosarcoma in children. With cats now added to this picture at scale, 489 genomes and counting, we have a new model, a natural, living, constantly updating dataset for some of the deadliest cancers we know. Imagine a future where a drug is first tested on a cat with naturally occurring breast cancer. It works. The genetic overlap is confirmed, and within years, not decades, human trials begin. That future is not science fiction. It's science in progress. Science has always moved faster when we look beyond our own species. The cure for human cancer might not come from a human. It might come from a quiet tabby sleeping at the foot of your bed. That's not poetic license, that's genetics. Pause. If you have a cat or you've ever had one, drop a photo in the comments. Because honestly, they deserve some credit. If this kind of deep dive science content is what you're here for, subscribe. Because we're just getting started. See you in the next one.